With me tonight is Sai90.
Hello.
And today we played the Illusion of Gaia Randomizer, which is based on Illusion of Gaia, or in Europe, Illusion of Time. Remember that name? It's, as it was just said, it's kind of the spiritual following to Blazer, which was played right before. So some sprites appear, some elements teased between the games. But today we're playing a randomizer, which will mean we won't really go for the story of the game, and mostly in a puzzle made with the game and its items, which are dispersed all over the world. And I'll try to get to the end as quickly as possible. So we have lots of settings existing for this game, for this randomizer, but we choose to go with 3 statues, safe start, overworld shuffle, and early firebird. So those 4 settings mean that I have half of the boss to kill to finish the game, and the overworld map is shuffled. So when I go out of a city, I don't know which other locations I'll be able to access. But right now I think we get to start. So
Would you like me to count you down, Neo?
Whenever you want.
Alright. Let's get this show on the road. So we'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And here
Alright,
we are.
so we'll see where he starts. Okay,
So,
well. This is the top of Babel.
Yeah. Top of Babel.
Normally you'd be grabbing a 6 statue here, but we can't really do that. Oh, and you get an ability too, but yes. So, no, this is where you would get your 6 statue, but starting here, you don't automatically get it. You still have to fight a boss to get that statue. Oh, and we start off with Psycho Slider. So you'll notice that there was a will ability at the top of Babel. You can find abilities for will in any dungeon in any town. Free dance abilities will also be found in any dungeon, and under a certain difficulty setting, free dance abilities could also be in a town. But I believe we are playing with... Let me double check my settings here.
Yeah, we are not playing in Chaos Logic, so...
Yes. On Chaos, you can find free dance abilities in towns, which means that you could, potentially go shopping in Euro with free dance, but we won't be seeing that with this run. So, what is randomized here? There are tons of key items. There are 12 herbs, 47 red jewels, and as you can tell by the tracker, just tons of just other key items. All of that gets randomized right there, plus with a couple of kind of meme favorites, the "it's nothing" checks. So we'll be expecting to see those. Oh, okay. This is just becoming a jet seed now, another will ability, even though it's Psycho Dash. So, Psycho Dash isn't that important. If you get it for your first ability, it's fine. But having Psycho Slider pretty much negates the need for Psycho Dash. I'll talk about the settings that he is using. He's using a safe start. What safe start does is throws you into a safe location. So it's any town, any place where that is not a dungeon. Top of Babel is obviously considered not a dungeon, even though you would have had to go through a boss rush to get there. Also, he's using Overworld Shuffle, which means that on each little continent area, you're going to find not the towns that you normally would. Oh, and the line here in Euro has been sped up so that you don't have to wait forever to get inside. I forget what the original time limit is to get inside there, but Bagu had sped that up, which is a nice quality of life. And not really finding a whole lot there. Looked like a strength upgrade and a red jewel. And more red jewels. Oh. Looking like a, maybe a mansion seed for you, Neo?
Could be, could be.
Yeah, all the items are shuffled from their normal location, so you can find, like right there, that you would normally find a strength upgrade. We found a herb. So right now, we're just doing all the checks that we can to see where we might be able to go and clear early. A hieroglyph tile, which may or may not be needed. We don't know what our 3 statues are yet.
I could try to remove one to see if it is required or not, but I'm waiting for the
Ooh, oh,
10, 21,
prison key, necklace, apple, and
27.
secrets.
Ooh.
So something else you see there, the rewards that the jeweler gives you are random. Is that even randomized, Neo?
No, but it means I will go straight to it right now. Because it's the 3rd location I have in this region. So...
Yeah, you saw the prison key, the apple. We're on the jeweler, and you also see this says My Secrets. My Secrets is just how many jewels it takes to get to the mansion. Alright, and you'll notice that Euro has moved closer to the diamond mine, which in the vanilla game would not be so. They would be on completely different continents, but because of overworld shuffle, they are now next to each other. Oh, Neo's gonna go ahead and pop down to the lower level. Oh, you get to see something real neat. Because you know,
I love that
we gotta
one.
go fast here. So we don't have time to wait for that elevator to go slow. So it's also been sped up. Another herb. Something else that was added that you probably won't notice is the herbs stack on each other. So instead of taking up multiple inventory slots, they are all compressed into one spot. You notice he's picked up a couple, but you only see one in his inventory. This was to help with congestion because there are so many key items in this game that you could potentially lock yourself out of progression by having too much in your inventory. Because we are dealing with a limited inventory space. There are 16 slots that you have, so inventory management comes into play when running this game. Oh, you don't go for the run by, Neo?
I don't know how to do it, so...
You're supposed to just run by that beholder. It's fine.
I always find that it wants to kill me.
I mean, that is their job. So, I mean... So Neo's just hitting all the switches to get to the next level here. Oh, okay.
Let's get that one.
Since he just did that, when you check just like the normal map area, when you just press start, so to pause the screen, it brings up a map of all the enemy locations. And there's also in the top left, you'll see something that says Force. That Force is an upgrade, so be it health, defense, or strength. Those are randomized throughout the game as to which ones you will get and where you will get them. The higher the difficulties go, the fewer of those force gems you're going to find. Oh, and we get some health, which is nice. Because that'll boost us up.
Let's start.
Yep. I'll give you a few more HP. Alright, so the Freedan ability was... Now here, are we going to see a vanilla location Dark Friar?
Would be fun for a randomizer to have vanilla locations.
Hey, can you really say that the red jewels are vanilla in their spot? Because how do you know it's that particular red jewel?
Yeah, but with 50 red jewels, I think.
Yeah, there are 45 individual red jewels, and then there is a group of 3 and a group of 2. Also, since I did notice that there were some people who had not known that this was a thing, if you have any questions while I'm explaining, do not hesitate to ask. I will answer them as I can. A lot of the early stuff is just item checking, so there's plenty of time.
It's not vanilla.
Not vanilla. Oh, we were so close. Oh. We were so close, Neo.
So close. But here it is. And the main difference between this dark space and other dark space I will see is that I can morph the first time I'm here because I have to morph to get the ability. But if I come back and want to morph again, it won't work on that one.
I see we're somebody was hoping for some Earthquaker in chat there. Now, Friar being in here does make it... Ooh, Lola's Melody. Yes, having Friar being in here, or coming in here on your first run with Friar does make it easy. That way you don't have to come back to this area. And all you have to do is worry about the front half now. Also, if you have spin dash, it makes it easy as well, because then you don't have to come back. You can just spin dash up that ramp and you're good to go. Alright. We're going to check what's here. Natives. So currently we're really only looking for one more ability. We're looking for spin dash. Father's Journal. That will let us know in which order to put the hieroglyphs, because those are also randomized from the original placement. Okay, so we have the castle, we have Great Wall. Oh, we have I3, Natives Village.
Taking notes so I don't forget which is why. And using the melody I found just before, I can get into Italy.
Yeah, this is the only time that you need to use Lola's Melody.
I hope I would find the 10 more red jewel I need to get the key and the necklace before having to do the prison.
Yeah, it's also nice that I3 and Edwards are on the same continent. Makes that a little less of a lengthy backtrack. Do another hint check here.
Ooh.
Gold Chip has Crystal Ball. Ooh.
Would hurt.
There are 2 bosses that, and Neo briefly touched on this about throwing away key items. If a statue is not required, you can throw away the key items that are required to access that boss. There are 2, however, that you cannot do that because they could be your only ways of progression. That being Cast Off and Viper. Because both give you access to another continent. So while if Statue 5 isn't required, you has your black classes.
It should mean that Kara is in Ankarat, I think, because knowing the hint system.
Another hieroglyph tile, but yeah. So while you might be able to throw away a hieroglyph tile, wouldn't be able to throw away a gold statue or a crystal ball because those are, even if not a required boss, could be a required mode of transportation. But we're gonna get thrown in jail. See what Hamlet wants with us, and also Hamlet has been sped up just to give us a herb. And no ability. Yeah, at least the backtracking here isn't terrible. It's one of the nicer ones I've seen with Overworld Shuffle.
Yeah. It's for the beginning, but
Now, so far, the seed has been not too generous, but at the same time hasn't been terribly trolly to you, so it could go either way. So we're just gonna make our way through the Great Wall here. Few items we can get. Let's see what our first item is. A red jewel. Okay. Great Wall is, if you have Slider, makes the dungeon real easy to just run through, grab a few items. You can check a couple dark spaces, see if you find any more abilities in there. Like I said earlier, we're really only looking for Spin Dash, because I know he's not going to want to grab Aura Barrier. Even though I would like him to grab Aura Barrier, I know he won't do it. Alright, let's see what is in this chest. Well, you were asking for your red jewels. It does seem like the game is, well, giving you all the red jewels.
yeah.
Alright. What statues would you want to see, Neo? Ooh, there's a Brahma statue.
Well, for myself, I'd like to see statues 2, 4, and maybe 6.
No vampires or mummy queen?
Yeah.
Those are the best bosses.
But I already have 4 hieroglyphs and the journal, so...
Oh, and right there you just saw Neo doing a sequence break that we also do in the speed run, just to gain access to this area a little bit early. Next, so that we don't have to come back here. We'll check this dark space. We'll find Spin Dash. No. So there's one more dark space that he can check, and since he has Friar, he's able to. Or, sorry, 2 more. There'd only be 1 if he didn't have Friar.
No idea what I did.
Poor
Why I
archers.
did. I have no idea what I did. Why I did that.
So, normally you would jump down right there to check a dark space, but since we're already as freed in, we're gonna come over here, we're gonna kill this archer, and then run back. Or
I don't have spin dash, so I go as
Oh, yes.
freeland for the...
Sorry, my brain's still in chaos difficulty. the dark space that he ran by is just going to be a transformation dark space in every difficulty but chaos. In chaos, it could have an ability which could potentially lock you out. So now he's going to check a dark space that is sometimes forgotten about. You have to come down here to kill all these archers to get it to spawn. He's just going to use his upgraded Friar ability to make somewhat quick work, albeit laggy, but still a lot faster than just doing swipes. All right. And...
Hit bug.
Oh. Okay, we find Earthquaker.
I have no idea where... Oh! Was the prison key at 11? I don't remember if it was the prison key or the necklace. Ooh. It was the prison key.
Oh, the game's gonna make you do the triple.
Yes! Yes!
This is where we blame the creator of the randomizer for the multiple dips into the prison. Which I do believe that he gave you the seed number for this
Yes.
seed.
Yes, I asked for one and I took the number he gave me.
Oh yeah, all blame does go
everything can be blamed on him.
Alright, so first dungeon of the game vanilla. We're a little stronger than what we normally be coming through here, so the enemies aren't really doing a whole lot to us. Having an ability in here is real nice. So we're just going to check a few items. It's unfortunate that we don't have the necklace yet.
And the necklace was at 17?
Yeah, it was your next. So, yeah, they required extra dips through here. Oh, barely making that. All right, last item we can check. Is there going to be value?
Should be.
Oh, and it's the will. Oh, that is a perfect time for me to talk about those. There are certain items in the game that have had their functions changed. The will, which you would get from Watermia after you play the Russian roulette drinking game, gives you your crux to travel from Watermia to Euro. But in this case, you can't really just, hop on a crook and just go across, but it still does somewhat the same thing, but in this case, it's just a teleport.
Ooh!
I missed. What did that say?
The apple hide the Lola's letter. So really nice hint.
Oh. Yeah. So Lola's letter, which you get towards the end of the game to give a little more story, a little more of the lore of the game. In this case, teaches you Morse code to travel between Watermia, South Cape, and the Diamond Coast.
I think I saw the guy working on water. Maybe the first time I see this.
More red jewels.
Oh, it was 21.
Good.
21, 27, 47. Easy to remember.
So
That's why
still
I
a
forget
few
it
more red jewels to
every time.
go before we get the necklace. No ability here, so we're still on the hunt for that spin dash. I'm gonna say it's at the bottom of Babel, but you know that's just me. And I know
Possibilities in
Neo's hating
Babel
me now for saying that.
would be mean. Okay, so where is my?
Alright, so
Atolia.
you're gonna go ahead and take a quick note of what areas are on this continent. This is a 5, which I believe is southeast continent. So we have Crest, we have the Pyramid, we have Nazca. This is basically the dungeon continent. So that guy holds on to our father's journal for us, and you'll see that his tracker updated with the correct sequence for the tiles. So Neo's going to go ahead and put what tiles he's got in. Oh, looks like we have a guess for spin dash at the cast off dark space. Not the trolliest of places, but you know what? I like it.
Easiest for me. Because I require one less item than anyone else to get it.
Yeah, you and your pixel perfect placement. Alright, so here's Angkor Wat, which is my favorite dungeon in the game. I also like the music for it. So, just a red jewel from the first chest. Sadly, that's all we can do here, so we're going to leave.
And I have one left location I can go, so...
We're gonna go here to the Nazca Plains. We're gonna talk to this ghost. And this ghost is going to warp us up to Sky Garden. And no ability in the lobby, dark spaces, as I call it. Going straight for room 3. It's not bad. It's one of the faster areas to clear out. See Neo hitting a switch there. He's gonna do a little run around. Alright. Ooh, you got close. So you'll notice that Neo did a little trick there that we call a ramp glitch. Normally you would just run up the ramp, do a normal attack as you're sliding up, and then jump attack to get up a one-tile ramp. Slider makes that a little more difficult because as you're running and you attack, you slide. So if you have a charge ability, Spin Dash or Psycho Dash, then you charge up that ability first, and you'll do a menu buffer or an item buffer to bring up the "You're not equipped" text box, and you can do a directional input, which in this case would be a left, to activate the jump attack instead of a slide, and you can make it up that ramp. Shoutouts to another runner and someone who has played the Rando with us as well, Mr. Freet, for coming up with a lot of the item buffer strats that we use. Now I have to know, Neo, will you go for the buffer here?
I will try, but I tend to miss it a lot. One too much.
So that one right there is you'll run into that statue, attack, and bring up the "You're not equipped." Then you can start using directionals to get around that statue instead of having to kill the sword, then yank the statue out of the way. There we go. Not the conventional way to do it, but hey, it does work. Alright, time for trip number 3 over there to see what the second item is. All the red jewels. And yeah, I think the game is being very generous with those red jewels.
Yeah. Being at 22, I could go get the necklace and finish the prison.
Alright, now we're just kind of falling behind this fire snake. Yeah, one more dark space in this area to check. Maybe it'll have our spin dash. But it doesn't. So now, just going to death warp back to the entrance here. I'm gonna do room 2 next. And normally, if you didn't have Friar, you would be hoping for it in this dark space in here. You know, I would laugh if your spin dash was here.
It would hurt. I would love it, but it would hurt.
Yeah. Well, yay, we found spin dash. That also means we need to go back to another room and take a long route to grab Freedand again. Alright. Throw this red golem. Now, I didn't talk about it earlier. There's a couple times that Neo's done it. When that orb that destroys the barriers pops up, if you enter your menu and then exit right back out, it takes away the collision for the item that it's going to destroy, and you can run right through it. We call it the orb cancel glitch. However, that particular cancel glitch has the potential to soft lock the game in vanilla, because it has difficulties loading in all the sounds what the game does. We used to have the item fanfare in this game, and yours truly is the reason for that not being in anymore, because I found another way to soft lock the game, doing frame perfect inputs between door transitions and menuing. Don't ask me how. It was just I figured out a way to break the game. That's all it was. And so Bagu and one of the other devs, Raven Zero, said, yeah, we're just going to take that out. So, I guess you're welcome? Because that makes that orb cancel glitch free now, because you don't have to worry about the game freaking out. Neo did everything he can in Sky Garden, grabbed his necklace for Lily, and I would assume that he's going to go immediately give Lily that necklace.
Yeah.
They're going back to Aitori Village. Now, when you give Lily the necklace, she kind of poofs. Just out of existence. She's just poof. She actually goes into your pocket, because there's a couple times where you're going to need Lily. One case being here in Edward's prison to finish the little dungeon here. The other time in the Seaside Palace to open up the coffin. So now we can finish this. We'll see what items are in the back half.
Well, I still see one reason the game could be mean to me. Because
Only one?
Yeah, one of many. But I could find 2 pictures in this dungeon. There is 2 checks left, so I could find those here, which would give me the apple to get Lola's letter. But the game could put Kara at the end of this dungeon.
It can.
So I could have a force dip to this dungeon.
Well, while you're doing all this, I'm going to explain the goals that you can have to complete this game. Normal goals are... Oh, and you get a health drop there. The speedrunner in me is not mad. Not at all. So, in order to beat the rando, you need, for these settings, a required amount of statues, which are 3. We don't still know what 3 of those are, but we have 3 statues. You need to rescue Kara. Kara can be in any of the minor dungeons. Minor being Edward's Prison, Diamond Mine, Mount Crest, and Kowat.
Jet Village?
What was that? You broke out on? Angel Village.
Jet Village, yes.
Yeah, for some reason my mind couldn't process what you had said. That was my fault. Yeah, so in any one of those locations, Lance's letter that in the vanilla game, explains how he's going to help get his father's memory back by going to Great Wall. Now tells us where Kara is. More often than not, no, she loves to be in Cress. But we don't have a single mushroom drop, and we don't have a spin dash, so we're not going to worry about going to Cress. Nobody ever goes to Cress in one mushroom drop anyway, right, Neo?
Yeah, it would be...
No Kara, so we're good there. We can put this dungeon behind us.
And I have the final... Sure.
And you did get your red jewels.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a jeweler accessible from this continent, so I have to go back to Gaia.
Now, he would have access to move back to Dao if Neo had the roast leg of yak. You give it to one of the kids there, and they allow you to move between Dao and Data's village. But we don't have that, so you gotta take the long way around. But we have our apple. We're gonna go give it to Anne. She's gonna give us our letters so we can learn Morse code because that's important. Now, I'd be happy if you went to Watermia and talked with that guy. Mainly just because he has my favorite quote in the game. Or one of them, anyway. Oh, do you know Bagu? Then I can help you cross. You gotta love a Z2 reference. More red jewels. Get one more hint here.
Yep.
Thanks, game. Like we didn't already know that. So once you know Morse code, you talk to that guy that Neo did in Watermia. You would speak to Turbo there. He's your other mode of transportation. And then in South Cape, it is Eric.
And the second It's Nothing item, which change when we open a chest or any other check. In a chest it would say it's empty, and any other check would be it's nothing. So when you speak to someone should give you an item and they say it's nothing, well,
1, 4, and 6. I disagree with the seed already. No vampires, no mummy queen.
why am I doing that?
I believe that would be an old habit there, Neo.
Yeah. Muscle memory. But let's take just a second just to show that room.
And normally, there in this room, there is just a guy with a pot in the middle, has some steam coming out of it. However, in the rando, it is a map room, and it will show you how many dark spaces are in there, how many checks are in there, and how many checks you have gotten. So, like in Dow, you had 4 of 4 checks and 1 dark space. So if you're lost at all and you're not sure where you might have missed something, you can go to that room and check it. All right. Not a bad continent. I mean, you have Phrygia.
Phrygia, Moon Tribe, Inca, Nils. Tons of nice locations, I think.
So, Phrygia is a nice place to start. You gotta ooh.
Oh.
Now that we have the aura, you have to use the aura in the rando to unlock Shadow's form. Even if you just have it in your inventory, it won't matter until you actually use it. They come over here. For some reason, they always forget to lock that door so you can go there and talk to the laborer. And that allows you to allow Will to be a bit of a jerk and...
No, I'm sure they are really good people. They ask if we see someone lost, so...
Mushroom drops and wind melody.
Oh no, not Wind Melody. I won't be able to lose.
Still no spin dash though.
2 minutes.
I'm holding out for that lower Babel spin dash.
It could be in Lower Babel. I could...
I would just have to hope you find that memory melody.
Could help.
Which is another item that had its original purpose changed. In the rando, you use the memory melody to remind Neil how to fly a plane. Because he somehow forgot. So we play him a little tune, and all of a sudden he remembers, which is a little unnerving, but you know. Ooh, Rama statue number 2.
Could drop it.
You could. You could show that off. Since they are not required.
But yeah, because I really won't be getting to the vampires, so... Taking some space in my inventory.
Now, had Statue 3 been required and he tried to remove those, you would have gotten the cancel sound. Game would have said, nope, can't do it. We're going to check one item that we can here, since we do not have the diamond block. And you'll notice that Neo is just pretty much running into everything, just making the death warp a little easier on him. Lo and behold, another red jewel. Excuse me.
Where should I go? Don't have anything left here, so I'd go to Angel Village. Which I saw on the map earlier, but I chose to go to Southscape first.
Yeah, it was at that point where, you know, things are starting to really open up and you have a lot of different options of where you can go. So you just kind of pick a path and I hope it leads you to some great items. But now we're in Angel Village, which you would normally be after you fight the vampires, go through the tunnel, and you talk to a giant fish. You know, it's just normal JRPG stuff. And no spin dash here. Just gonna make our way through the Angel Village dungeon. Relatively short. Doesn't take that long to get through. Just gotta avoid the ninja bats. Watch out for the skellies. Our little lizard buddies, the Dracos there. A lot of these I did not know their names for until after I started playing the rando. Oh, okay, well that's a thing. Now, Neo has both mind keys, so he's going to keep that in the back of his mind while he goes through Angel Village. Question is, though, Neo, will we see Kara in her vanilla location? And again, you get another health drop.
Yeah, but I don't like that one.
In the rando, no. Speedrun, yes.
No, she's not there.
Oh, not here. No required double dip Angel Village.
I could have cheated for a bit and went in the second room first and looked at the tracker. Because if she's here, the tracker will show it even if we enter the second room.
Alright, I will stay a little quieter so Neo can focus on this, and then I'll explain it afterwards. Alright, now you'll notice that the rooms were a little different than they would be in vanilla. At first, it wasn't like that. They were still the same. Well, hold on. Let's see here. So, Angkor Wat is confirmed.
Yeah, so the hint for the glasses was hinting
It was not a
that
trolley
Kara...
hint, it was just...
Yeah. It was a really required hint.
So, when we first started this rando, the rooms in the backs of Angel Village and Ishtar's area were not randomized. That was something that happened later on. The first revision to that was the first room was still the same, nothing was moved around in it. But the second room had different answers. And then, somewhere down the line, we decided, hey, why don't we just randomize both rooms and make it even more fun to guess? Yeah, spot the difference. So you'll notice there were spaces where we would see like a candle were missing out of the wall. There was a green rock in the final room. Which adds a little more fun to that area instead of just blindly going through and knowing exactly what is going to be the correct answer. Now that we're in the Angel Village, Neo's in Mew. He's going to fight some golems, some slimes, some wizrobes. I still refuse to call them by their actual name because they're wizrobes. They teleport around, they shoot beams at you, and they're jerks. That's a wizrobe. Nope. This is fine. There we go. Made it through.
No, I hope I don't need any more health.
We don't have any Rama statues, but there's still a few items we can check here. I mean, statues of hope, not Rama statues. We already had those. We threw those away because we didn't need those. Hey, well, there's your large roast, Neo. A little late, but I mean, there it is.
That's not here, so...
Just gonna death warp. Yeah. And someone in chat showing the Wiz robes. Yeah. Their original name, which I get it. They have flashing light, but no, they're too much of a jerk to not be called a Wiz robe. Neo's going back to Hero.
I have two choices. I have the one item in the mine and 7 items in the pyramid, so I do that one first. That way I won't be as frustrated if I find nothing in the pyramid.
Not a bad route. I mean, it doesn't take that long to get down to the bottom of the mine. Even though it looks like we're going up on this elevator, we're actually going down.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Oh no. No, 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 no. I could have slider in you. Oh no.
Yeah, you'll notice that he's panicking just a little bit there.
No, 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 no.
So what you gonna do, Neo?
I don't want to go back to Mew.
I mean, there's always the pyramid.
But I don't want either of them. You know what? I do one thing first. And I will deny food to the child. So it's score, and now I give it. And I left Nokin hungry.
Hey. So yeah, you give the leg of yak to that kid. That gives you your access to Dao. Yeah.
I saw the chat, I saw the magic word. I won't go to the pyramid because I don't want to do Killer 6. Thanks you, Willen, for the magic words.
So for those who don't know, the term Killer 6. It is the name that the speedrun has fondly given a 6-pack of orbs in the prison at the bottom of room 3, who have a way of just destroying rooms. And yeah, we don't really want to go after them right now. So we're going to drop off this Statue of Hope. And we're going to hope that we can find some other items here.
Nice part being I have sliders, so it's a bit quicker to go through the dungeon. Through the second part of the dungeon.
And this part has been sped up and just says, hey. But you know, Neo, the people need to see the sped up elevator in the pyramid. They need to see it.
They probably will. But first I try to find my spin dash. Because it can be in many more locations.
That's right. If it isn't here...
It would be on the bottom of Babel. Can't be anywhere else, I think. Oh, it could be in Seaside.
Oh, yes. I was saying, maybe I gave you the old commentator's curse. But first, gotta check one more item down here, which would normally be where your second hope statue is found, but it's just a ritual.
12 left before I can get to the secrets.
Now we're just running back around, slide through there, run over here. We're gonna go check this dark space, and just maybe Spin Dash is gonna be here.
Maybe.
Maybe it will be. Maybe not. Survey says it is
It's
not.
not.
Ooh, getting closer to that lower Babel Spin Dash. Alright, now that Neo has exhausted everything else, he has no choice but to go to the pyramid.
I have 7 items in the pyramid out of 11.
Which is a good chunk. I mean, surely we'll find something in there that's needed. Like a memory melody? So Neo's gonna turn into Shadow here, our ultimate being, created from the light of the comet. Take a health refill, not a bad idea.
You know what? Before doing anything else, I will start with Killer 6. Let's start with the worst. That way could only be better.
All right, so now it's just get your guesses in. Is it gonna be another herb? Is it gonna be a red jewel? Or is it gonna be something that is of value? And the orbs get you.
I should probably do...
Yeah, you do have the improved dash, so that does help.
Killing 2 should be enough.
So you killed those orbs. He's gonna come back here, do a health refill, and transform into Shadow. Those orbs will not respawn because he has not died. Now, if he had collected enough dark gems, then it would still be good, but... There's no need to collect dark gems. No need to kill all the enemies. It takes too much time. You gotta go fast. Gotta save the world and all that. Alright, made our way through the first area there. Not bad, not bad.
Be good.
Alright. Finally saw what the menu for the herbs looks like. It tells. Oh, also speedy elevator. Elevator has to go fast. Elevator go neom. But the herbs keep a counter of how many you've got, and it'll ask you if you want to use one. And as soon as you do, it will unequip it from you so that you don't mistakenly spam the item button and end up using another herb before you need to again. And we see that this elevator has been given a buff to be a little more speedy. Alright, now for Killer 6.
I should probably take an herb before.
Gotta get yourself all set up.
No.
And this is why we call them Killer 6, because they are nasty. Oh! Was a valiant effort. Yeah, a valiant effort.
I tried once as Shadow. Let's try once as Freedom.
Now, the rooms in the pyramid, you can use all of the characters. You can use Will, Freenan, and Shadow. Some areas are accessible with one character or another. 3, you can traverse with either Freenan or Shadow. Freenan is a bit safer. Has reach with that Dark Friar. Takes a little bit longer, but less chance of dying. You're being told that you did not do enough Valhalla to properly traverse the Killer 6.
Yes, but
that was the problem right there.
I won't steal the tech from Solar. I will leave the Valhalla for him.
You'll notice that Neo just attacked through that bird soldier to kind of sneak his way through. What he did was called an I-dash, or an I-frame dash. As you're attacking and you dash through, you have a small amount of I-frames that you can pass through an enemy. And we take advantage of that. In other cases, easier to just kill them. Kill the enemies. Bird soldier's not really cooperating with you, Neo.
No.
There you go.
Okay.
Alright, we're back to the speedy elevator now. We'll give Killer 6 one more try here. As you can tell with Friedan, it's a lot safer. You can just shoot a Dark Friar, then jump off screen real quick before the orbs get a chance to retaliate. Cautionary herb equip there. Alright, and the Killer 6 are down.
I would have preferred to have one last alive, but
It was just a red jewel.
I will show one way we can use the death warp in this game.
Yeah, since you did not enter a checkpoint area, this will send you back to the beginning of room 3. Each room has its own checkpoint. And since Neo teleported to the top but did not actually enter or exit a room, checkpoint was still at the beginning of room 3.
And since I have 47 jewels required for the mansion, that jewel could be required for the rest of the seed, so...
Very true.
We will see.
Going for the closed off room first. Check that item. And it's a teapot. Ooh. Kinda late to be getting that, but I mean, it's alright.
Ooh, safety heal.
Safety heal's always nice.
And that teapot gives me access to Seaside Palace, which is one of the 2 dark spaces where I could find Slider. Well, Diamond Block give me more dark spaces where I could have Slider.
Anything to not have it at the bottom of Babel, huh? If you notice real quick, Neo didn't attack before switching to his aura form. What that does is that allows Neo to be in a glitch state of constant attacking. And so when he drops down and that bird soldier comes by, it actually hits that bird soldier and knocks it out of the way so that we don't get damaged by it.
Oh,
One pixel to the left. Didn't get the swag pixel.
Let's use safety.
Yeah, because this bird soldier right here can be a little nasty,
Yeah.
which cooperated.
It was cooperative, so it was for nothing, but...
I wouldn't say for nothing, because you never know what RNG is going to give you. And see, you got your herb back.
Yeah. Now I have two rooms left, but as will should be not long before I leave the pyramid and check either Inca Ruins or Seaside Palace.
Yeah, at least you actually found some items in the pyramid that will lead you on to other progression. The pyramid can go either really good or really bad. There's just no...
Oh, and the memory melody.
Ooh, I might still get it. But yeah, the pyramid can either be full of progression or full of rituals.
Where is Nail's house? next to Inca Ruins. Next to Southscape. Okay.
And now we'll see something that was discovered because of the random. In the speedrun, we used to aura down with Shadow right next to this little area, but it was found out that if you jump a couple times here with Will, it creates a hole. This was found while Bagu was looking at maps for the pyramid and noticed that there was something odd there. And it turns out that only Will can create those holes in the ground by jumping down. Neither Friedan nor Shadow can. But I can understand Shadow not being able to. Because Shadow is just, the light of the comet, so he's doesn't have a real physical body. But for some reason, Friedan, with his giant stature and all that armor, cannot break the floor by jumping down. Only Will can. A couple more red jewels, and I do believe that is it for the pyramid currently, until we find Spin Dash.
Pyramid is full cleared. Now I have the choice between the bottom of Babel, Seaside Palace, or Inca Ruins. 3 locations really far from each other. I'm in the pyramid.
Back to what to do.
To get to any of them, I'd still need to get back to Southscape and choose from that continent. Because Inca Ruins, Nails House, and One Tribe are on the same continent. What a chance! But for the navigation in the overworld, I will first do Inca Ruins, because I don't change it to another region.
But Neo, are you gonna do the thing?
Yes, I will.
But you have the wind melody. Why would you want to do the thing?
For content?
You know what? I can't argue with that.
I can always use the melody after.
So the thing that I am referring to is Neo's ability to stand at a certain pixel that allows him to stand on 4 tiles at once, making guessing the glowing tile a little faster. Yeah, a little. And also a nice little glitch here found by another member of the community, SO5Z, which we have affectionately called the Z-Ladder glitch, to make our way down to a lower level. Oh, yes, Weldon, thank you for answering that. Yeah. Sometimes you'll go through a seed where certain abilities aren't needed.
Yes, but today we need statue 4, which requires Spin Dash, so I can't not get it.
And while there are areas that need Spin Dash, the Pyramid, and Mount Crest, as well as Angkor Wat.
Angkor Wat having Kara. This is a required ability.
We just gotta get these gold statues. Mysterious gold statues placed on those gold tiles. And if you just get too close to those statues, they come to life. We're going to see what the singing statue has for us here. My guess is always a red jewel.
Well, red jewel left, so I think it could be one of those.
Or a herb. No!
I could
Granted,
do
still not
Mummy
needed,
Queen,
but
but
at this point, Mummy Queen would only be needed if you wanted some extra stats.
yeah.
The way stats increase in this game are also dependent on which difficulty you have. When using the intermediate difficulty, you'll get a lot more health, strength, and defense upgrades. The higher the difficulties go, the fewer there are. Once you hit chaos difficulty, you will only get 3 HP.
And here it was. Sorry, it was not at the bottom of paper.
Oh, rip the dream. But hey, no commentator's curse there, which is nice. You still gotta do the thing.
Yes, I was still gonna do the thing because I want to save and quit and open that part as soon as possible, so... I could use the melody I just equipped, so I have a tile that will flash, I wait 10 seconds on it and goes, but I could also just yeah. And now we wait 10 seconds.
So, all that moving around was to have Neo on a specific pixel so that all 4 of those tiles are active while he's counting to 10.
And it was here, you see, the door opened. And I don't have my melody anymore.
Yeah, once that opens up, it removes it from your inventory.
I was thinking. And here we are. We did not have to wait for a long time because it was on one of the two positions I used, but should I?
Yeah, that can also take a lot longer.
Go to.
I could always
You know what?
curse the runner by saying that
I will give you some time to curse me by going for our first required boss. So you have time to curse the locations for whatever item I may be needing.
So what he'll still be needing is he needs both ink and statues for cast off. Yeah, statue 6 required. So that could be either the mansion or boss rush. If he does the mansion, then he won't get any stat upgrades. But it's faster than going through the boss rush. That just kind of becomes a personal choice. At this point, if I wanted to try to curse, it would be an awful place for an Incan statue, which I could say that there's an Incan statue in the mansion.
Oh. It would be a nasty location for the Incan statue.
So that will be my cursed item guess. But here we have Sandfinger. Or Trollfinger, whichever one you want to call. You'll notice that Neo is trying to stay within a certain area after Sandfinger has done its attack. And this is to try to... This area makes where he does more egg patterns. So Sandfinger has 3 different attacks that it can do. A horizontal, a vertical, and then an egg pattern. The egg pattern is when Sandfinger just pops its head out, spits a couple eggs at you, and it gives you the most amount of hits that you can do. Right now, Sandfinger is being a complete troll, which normally does. Nope. We get our first egg pattern here. Ooh, the double egg. Sandfinger being a little nice to you right there, that kind of makes me worried. You really don't want to see the vertical pattern.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for it to go all the way up, then come all the way back down.
Ah.
Oh, no, he has not cleared it out yet. We are still missing a Hope statue to get the rest of the items out of Mew. One more hit. Which would have been another vertical, so... Was it 2 eggs?
2 eggs, yes. Could have been worse, could have been way better.
Yeah.
I think it's 7 hits per egg cycle we can have.
7 to 8, depending on your rhythm.
This region is fully cleared. I don't have to come back anytime. I could go to Angkor Wat, but I tend to want to leave it for when I have the magic dust. So I probably go and check Seaside Palace. No, I will go to Babel first. Because that way I should have went to Neil's house before doing my dip in Inca. Just so I had a quicker way to come back to this continent from the start. Bit of flute.
To answer a question, chat, no, they do not all have the same percent chance. And being in that position increases the percentage of the egg pattern spawning. But as you can see, Sandfinger would still use a lower percentage attack over the egg patterns no matter what, just because Sandfinger loves to troll. I don't remember what the actual percentages for each attack is off the top of my head.
Ooh,
Oh!
Statue of Hope.
Speaking of a Statue of Hope.
So Mew is next to Iron Coast.
Here we see a different use for the teapot. It actually awakens the ghosts on the Moon Tribe plateau. And this allows us to travel between the Moon Tribe, Sky Garden, and Seaside Palace. Another red jewel, getting closer to that 47 there.
6 left.
Now, the good thing with Seaside Palace being so late to explore is that Neo already has Lily acquired. So there's not going to be any extra dipping for this area.
I don't have the purification
But you
stone
do not
yet,
have...
so...
Yes.
But I have one more
What
check.
if that were to be vanilla? That would be something.
Could be. Let's see. And...
Nope, just a herb. And before Coffin gives Coffin hint. Nope.
Okay,
But again, something we already knew.
But I could have come here first before going to Inca, so could have been a useful hint. And here it was. And before New Pulaski and Buffy.
It's possible.
Could
Also,
be.
this sequence has been sped up. No longer have to wait there. No, the coffin was not purified. Right, and we have a fully upgraded friar. So without the palace key, Neo will have to take the dark space back to the top of Babel.
Yes, and I still have some choices on where I can go. As I said, I will try to leave Angkor Wat for the last possible moment because I want to go there with the powder, so I won't go there before I have it. I could go to Mew, to the pyramid, or to Cress.
Now, Neo, did you know that the game could make you go to Angkor Wat to get your mushroom drops?
Yes.
Have the powder be on the last location in Cress to have to go back to Angkor Wat.
It could, but I will hope that showing to the game that I'm going with one mushroom in Cress makes me nicer for him.
You went into Cress on one mushroom drop. Now, that single mushroom drop gives you 1, 2, 3 checks, so not a bad idea. Maybe you find some stuff in here. Maybe find some more red jewels. Alright, what do we have here? We have... Hey, it's a red jewel. Getting closer to that Inca statue in the mansion. I like it. Go after what is, an out-of-the-way check for Kress. See what this treasure chest holds for us. More red jewels. I think the game is trying to tell you something, Neo.
Yeah.
You might be thinking he's just finding a lot of red jewels. Well, I mean, there are more red jewels than any other key item in the game.
There is
There's 45. There's 45 individual. There's a 2 and then a 3.
There is 47 jewels item for 110 items randomized. So yeah, we have a bit less than 1 in a 2 chances to get a jewel.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go for the pyramid now. Not. You're here, so might as well. I guess you could fight.
Yeah, I could
Mummy
fight her, but I could also just
Clear your
ignore it.
inventory. So now that we have Spin Dash, that gives us rooms 1 and 4 to complete, along with a treasure chest in room 3.
Yeah.
So I do believe that is 4 more checks for you?
There's 4 more checks here, and I still have 3 checks in Mew, which I will do right after them, and then would be Angkor and nothing else. But first, let's die once.
Yeah, because we don't need Shadow anymore, we just need Will. So you can just Spin Dash through all these things. Take a few hits. Ooh, another red jewel.
And 3 jewels left for the mansion. I'll leave room 1 for the last because it's slower to die in it than it is in room 4, so... And here's the one location I don't know how you do it faster than that.
Yeah, there's a strat to get all those orbs to line up on the top, and you can just run down below them before they have a chance to move again. Which we would need to shout out Mr. Freed again for finding that strat.
So much nice strat found by Mr. Frit.
Yeah, he has done a lot for both the rando and the speedrun community. Another herb. One more item in here. What's it gonna be? Oh, another red jewel. Might I have actually cursed you this time, Neo?
I think you have.
You know, I would take either the magic dust or an Incan statue in the mansion. Either one is great. Just gonna go through last room of the pyramid. See if we can find anything in here. You have found all 12 herbs, so we don't have to worry about seeing any more of those. Alright. Moment of truth. What are we gonna find?
I don't want... Ah.
Oh. One more. We just need one more.
Oh. Get back to mute.
So how he's gonna get to Mew, he's gonna go over here, go to Seaside Palace, and he's gonna use that Mew Palace key that he got to open this door, and then boom. It's gonna be right there in Mew. Doing a bit of a guard dash there, just to kind of show off a little tech there.
I don't even know why I do this guard dash most of the time.
It's just to be done.
If I had not removed the 2 statues from my inventory earlier, I could go and kill the vampires now. And here is the dust!
Oh.
So I will be able to do one single dip of Angkor Wat. Keeping it right to the end was a good idea.
Just a dip, but you dipped it earlier to grab a
Yeah.
red jewel.
Okay. A second dip. You happy now?
Yes. Oh, well, there's another check for you.
Oh, right, I
The
still
Gorgon
have
flower,
that.
which you normally find at the end of Angkor Wat, we found in Mew.
Crest is next to Watamiya, which is right here. I could first.
The only thing that is really going to elude us so far, just the Incan statues, because you know you're going to find another red jewel, or you know there's going to be red jewels in Angkor Wat, or maybe our statue girl is going to give us our final red jewel. Hmm.
I just do. Oh. Statue girl in Native's village first, because why not?
Yeah, it's a real quick check. Just come in here.
In a race, I would have think, do I leave her? Do I come here?
Ooh, all right. There's all the red jewels we need.
47. So let's get some hate for this game for a second. With this hidden secret dungeon
So Jeweler's Mansion is the game's bonus dungeon. In order to get to it, you have to find all 50 red jewels, which are permanently missable if you're not careful. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that in the rando. And this is what really ties the game back to Soul Blazer. Mainly because it's the only thing that ties it to Soul Blazer. There's a lot of lag, a lot of enemies, they hurt. So Neo's going to be using a lot of Psycho Slider, Jump Attack, things that just give him iframes to reduce the amount of times that he gets hit. Oh, you know what? I like the mushroom drop to Inca statue being at the top of crest. I like that better. I like that better, game. And yes, Neo only found 47 because of the randomizer. Inside that you only needed 47 to get into the mansion instead of the vanilla 50. Now you can do the thing here. You got to do it at least once.
Yes, I will try it once, but can I do it? Waiting. I was not. I was one to.
So there is a setup.
The right, and I don't know the clean strat to set it up.
There are two ways to set up a position to be able to just wail on solid arm. One is the YOLO strat, which we saw Neo attempt, and was just slightly off. The other is a pause buffer strat of holding down the item button as soon as the text disappears to bring up the "You're not equipped," and then you press left 4 times and then right 4 times, and solid arm goes to the perfect position. Just walk up and wail on him.
I only use one herb. I will try it once again. But I have no text this time. No. I was sure I was in the correct one. Well, you know what? I'll go with the old and slow strat. At least I know that one works every time.
Yeah, there is a visual cue to set up the yellow strat, but you have to be quick about it. And then here we see all the lag. There's a lot that's going on in this dungeon. You have the ghosts in the foreground going through. You have all the enemies popping up. The beholders shooting their lasers. There's just so much that's going on in here that the game just has a hard time dealing with it all. And this SNES is just kind of struggling.
No.
We'll say that was intentional, Neo. You were just avoiding the
Yeah, I skipped that attack. So. And
So this right here was how we originally handled a solid arm.
And when you have a cramp in the end, it's not fun. Because it's 40 times the same inputs.
This is also why most people will opt to not go for the mansion, because things in here just hit a little harder than everything else. Which, as they should for a bonus dungeon, they should be a little more difficult.
And I'm one hit from this. I'll try one last time. And else I'll come back when I have the other. No. I need to have my shadow with one of those. See, those lighter square on the floor, but I missed it and I lost so much time. Let's get to Ankarat, and so Ankarat is at Watamiya.
And go there, grab some items.
Not that way. And not that way at all. Because muscle memory, when I get out of Nati's village, it should get me to Euro if I press A right as I get out, and not here. And I want to get to Euro, so yeah. Watamiya. We get
Going to gonna check all those items there, and at the same time we're going to free Kara.
I saw a video.
Oh, that was an odd thing to have happen. We're gonna spin dash here. You'll notice that when you attack these bugs, they drop little green guys. If you have them go off screen and then attack it, then come back up, they disappear. Makes it easier to handle them. For some reason, this bug has less health than the others, so we can just easily kill it and be on our way. You'll see more orb cancel glitches there. But we can go up the stairs before before the stairs actually appear. Check this treasure chest. Oh hey, another red jewel for you, Nia.
Yeah, I love them.
Not like you really need them anymore, but I mean... You gotta find all of them. Alright, now we're in the garden. which is where we see our most hated enemy, the fly. They just have a random pathing. They can do a lot of damage to us.
Oh. Why I was thinking of going to the right side dark space.
So, with Shadow unlocked, that gives us access to the right side dark space, even if we don't have Dark Friar, because Shadow has a slightly longer attack reach than obviously Will and Friedan. And it's just enough that you can kill one of the enemies to destroy the barrier to get to that dark space. But we're just going over here, and we're going to do this the vanilla way. Using Earthquaker, and not using Dark Friar to skip it.
As intended by the devs.
And now you'll notice that Neo went outside of the building first and then came back in. What he did there was he set up a checkpoint so he can death warp to that outer area. Because we want to be as Will this next bit. So that we can just spin dash to this area, makes it a little faster. And plus we need to slide under certain areas to progress. First thing we need to do is check where the black glasses would be in the vanilla. See what we find here.
And 50.
The final red jewel.
I'm free from them. No more red jewel in the game.
Now, if we didn't have the black glasses, then this whole area would be just a blinding white light. Well, there's the crystal ring. Which means that you could do boss rush instead of mansion.
Yeah.
The crystal ring with the current settings, which is one of them was called Early Firebird. Crystal ring and rescuing Kara means that you get to use Shadow's ability Firebird outside of the final boss. So we can see that after Neo goes to the top of Angkor Wat, frees Kara,
So,
final mushroom drops. I think I may still get my curse no matter what. Just in an odd way.
Except for the 2 Incan statues, I have every single item to get to any location in the game, so... And the 4th Crystal Orb, but I know it's in the gold ship. So... Where is Kara? She's waiting
Yes,
for
and then
us.
if you inspect the area, there is...
Oh, hint for the end of Cress.
Yeah, if you inspect the area where you rescue Kara, it says, "Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you." Another little Easter egg. Because you gotta have fun with, your hints and just other little pieces in the game. So why not throw a song reference in right there?
Now,
So now I can only assume that Nia will be going into Crest to,
switch
you
is
know,
next to Watamiya, so I get back out of here. Get to Euro. Speak. That guy. Get to Watamiya. And get to Chris. Which is...
yeah, Mount Temple, which is neither a mountain nor a temple. But just a maze of vines and shrooms. And the spider told you no.
Yeah. Spider being mean.
This dungeon has gained, I don't know if you'd want to call it popularity, since the randomizer has been created, since it allows us to skip the second half of the game in the speedrun. This room right here with all these spiders, because there's so much going on, we can use Friedan's ability or a barrier to warp to different locations in the game.
You know what? I did not find Aura Barrier yet, so I will go and check if it's not vanilla. You never know. I want to get back to Tao quickly, so...
It's a good thing you didn't try to use spin dash right there. They were all bunched up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wrong warp, as you saw a black sliver there. Call it. Oh
no way!
Do it.
Well, for the...
You gotta get it.
I have to do it. I have to take it for the content.
Or a barrier, the most powerful ability in the game, allows you to warp straight to the final boss, and it also can allow you to warp to the credits, or past the credits to the very end of the game, to the end screen. This was found by a rando runner by the name of HeroSoft, who was just playing around and decided to use Aura Barrier there, and some weird things started happening. But now we are in a go mode.
Yes. We have one item left in the game, and it's right at the end of the next boss, so I will have done a 100% seed. Once again.
The game has a way of doing that to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where you end up collecting anywhere, 90 to 100% of the items. And a lot of that is just because this game doesn't have a lot of just normal items. Pretty much everything aside from the herbs has a use for progression. And we'll also get to see early Firebird. I say early, even though we're at the end of the game basically now. Yeah, the aura barrier ability was originally skipped for the fact that for the speedrun, it held no value. And here we can see Shadow just launching off the Firebirds. The randomizer gave it its first practical value in the fact that in room 4 of the northwest room in Sky Garden, you can use it to activate a statue to gain access to the 2 treasure chests. And then the HeroSoft fellow runner found the glitch to warp. One thing we did find while going through the code was that there was supposed to be an upgrade. Spirit has.
That's bad.
Wow, you needed the statue to get the hint for.
That's so bad.
Yes, there was supposed to be an upgrade for Aura Barrier that never made it to the final production of the game.
Now the $100 question. Do I try once again Solid Arm, or do I show the boss rush with early Firebird?
It's a question that only you can answer, unless you were asking chat to answer that for you. So then what say you, chat? Does he do boss rush, or does he go back to the mansion?
You have a few seconds to choose. I can go up and do the boss rush, or down and go for the mansion. Okay.
We have our obligatory yes.
Okay,
there.
so let's try the revenge once, and then I have way more life, so I should the good thing I have now before the last time. Last time I was doing 7 damage per slide. Now I do 8, and they have 16 health. So
Yeah,
no,
you gained quite a bit of HP off of Cast Off, which is nice. Now, the stat upgrades from the bosses are the exact same way as it would be if you were doing the speedrun for Illusion of Gaia and you were only killing bosses. But I will let him focus real quick.
not. But I was in.
Oh. That works. That works. You got your revenge.
Get the revenge. I'm not sure I needed all those defense I did, but well, it works.
So each boss is over certain dungeons. So for Cast Off, it's Edwards and Inca. For Viper, it's of course Diamond Mine and Sky Garden. Yes, he did not do the buffer strat. He likes to YOLO that. And
Mostly because
shout out
I
to a little
don't
bit of
know. Oh,
An
true.
Undertale reference there. So whatever upgrade you did not pick up from killing enemies, you will get from the bosses that are over those areas. And now that we have all of our statues, we rescued Kara, we can go fight the final boss. But we have to know, what phrase are we getting? Here I come to save the day.
26 airs, 2 defense means I have to be careful. I could die on that fight.
It's a shame that we won't see the true final boss.
Yeah, I was thinking, should I put a surprise Gaia at the end, but with the rest of the seed and Bago giving me the seed number,
It's understandable.
I was more scared of the seed, or so.
So what I'm referring to is the true final boss of the rando, which is Apocalypse Gaia. One of our devs, Raven Zero, was poking around and found remnants of what looked like to be other phases for this fight. So found that, made mention of it, and then a few of us got together to help play test it and make it rando ready. We went through, I think, 5 or 6 different versions of that fight before we finally settled on what you all see today for the Apocalypse Gaia fight. I think I still have the patches for those old versions, which are definitely something.
The non-slow rains were my favorite version.
Yeah, there's an option to have random, either normal Gaia or Apocalypse Gaia, and you can tell by the falling plasma rain during the first phase as to which one you got. Just coming up on, and there's time.
It's time.
You know, just over 2 hours for a run with was 100% seed.
Yes,
I
yes,
could
it
call
was
that good.
100%, and we had not a lot of diversions, but we could have at the start. We could do 1 or 2 locations, then come back in the same spot, then once again multiple location, but ultimately we had to do every single one of them. So we have our custom little credits for the game. So thanks all those that made it possible.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and this all started as a question to the Quintet Discord of, could we make Illusion of Gaia a randomizer? That's how it started out. And with as linear as the game is it's a very hallway simulator game, as you're just going from point A to point B no matter what. So it's amazing to see how this has come about in the past couple of years.
Yeah, we went from just item randomization to, like we said, a second alternate final boss, we have a red jewel hunt, so where we have to find a certain number of red jewels to finish the game. We have entrance randomizer, so we enter one room and we don't know what we have behind. We have the dungeon randomizer, which is a work in progress, we say. Where we do the same with the room in the dungeons.
I mean, the randomizers are always a work in progress.
We also have the fluteless version, where we don't have the flute as well, so we need to...
Yeah, shoutouts to a chatter right now by the name of Amy Lass, who posed that question to me, and I asked one of our devs to make me a patch to remove the flute, and it's actually taken off quite well. I was rather surprised to see people actually interested in playing a swordless Seed, like you would for Link to the Past, but fluteless for Will.
And well,
yeah, there's been a lot of this game has been a labor of love for those of us who have been behind the scenes, trying to make it the best that we can. It was nice to be able to showcase it again in a marathon.
And here we have all the people who contributed or tested or found a bug in any way possible. We tried to have them here.
Yeah, you'll see quite a few names in here. There's that Mikan guy again. Oh, yeah.
Really lots of people. Really thanks to all of them. And I think
everyone who had helped us, just like you said, found a bug, found a way to make an improvement.
And if you ever want to try it, you just have to know that the randomizer has his own website, which is iogr.app. So everything you need to start on the randomizer can be found there. Feel free to join us.
And we would love to have you. Community is great at helping new people learn the game. And now we go back to the vanilla credits to finish off the game.
We got a few donations I could read off that came through.
Oh, please do.
All right, well, we had a $10 donation from Wraith, who says, "Let's go, Neo." We have a $20 donation from SO5Z, who says, "Sadly, I won't be able to watch the whole run, but good luck, Neo and Sai on the seed. And since this is going to No Kid Hungry, challenge Neo to find the apple, the large roast, all mushrooms, and as many sandfanger eggs as possible."
Well, I'm pretty sure that we did just that.
Good. I have a $20 donation from Mikey. Thank you very much. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous, who says, "I never went hungry as a kid thanks to my parents working their butts off. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So when I imagine a kid going hungry, it tears my heart out. Here's $10 and a wish and a prayer for No Kid Hungry." Thank you very much for that $10 donation. All right, well, I'll throw it over to y'all for you to give your final thoughts. And, yeah.
Well, but still, thank you for having us for this. Always a pleasure to once make people discover that Rando, and second, help for a nice cause, because No Kids Hungry is a nice cause, so glad to help.
Yeah, Yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to commentate this run. This was a blast, especially getting to show off. Because you're always gonna have people who didn't know that this rando was even a thing. So maybe we got some new people who are going to try it now. And again, all this is going to a great cause. No kid should go hungry. So any little bit goes a long way for this. So thank you all for having us here, giving us the opportunity to showcase this game and showcase it to a great cause. With that, I do believe that it's time for us to say our goodbyes and make way for our next runner, which I believe is playing Super Metroid.
Nice.
That's a good game.
Yep, coming up next, we've got Super Metroid, max % suitless, being played by MM2 NES cartridge. So thanks very much to our runners and to our runner and our commentator. Everyone stick around, and we'll see you for the next run.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.